Hello YouTube, this is Sonic2KK here, and welcome back to another PyGame tutorial. And hold on, that was just some tests I was doing earlier, don't worry about that. In this tutorial, we're going to talk about surfaces, and we're going to put an image on the screen, and we're going to talk about flipping the display, or updating the display, and the difference, and the, like, why some people use PyGame.display.update and PyGame.display flip, and I'll get to that probably whenever we do that. So first of all, what were we gonna do? Well, we also want to make our window resizable, because let's run our program right now. Just take note of that. Python main.py, and don't worry about this warning. It will come up our first Python game. Now, you know, this is good. Actually, I want to move this over here and not make it so big. That was just me testing from earlier. So yeah, we are in PyGame right now. This is PyGame, of course. We can do whatever we want, except anything, like resizing the window. We can't resize the window. Why can we not resize the window? Because by default, SDL, which is what PyGame is built on, like I mentioned in the last tutorial, does not have updating, like not updating, like resizable windows. If you've ever used Love2D, this is one of the reasons why. I believe that's why it doesn't have resizable windows by default. But I know Slime is well, they have actually added it to Love 0.9. That's one of the biggest features I'm hyped about. So if you want your window resizable, what you do here is you say in your PyGame.display.set mode after screen dimensions, you put in PyGame dot resizable, and then if we run this, our window is resizable. We can resize our window to whatever size we want. We can make it as huge as we want. Big, small, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. We can make our window whatever size we want. It's resizable. Works from all angles. But it has, like, on Mac, it has, like, the Snow Leopard screen resize thing. The wee arrows at the bottom, like here. That it still has. But, yeah. That is how you make your window resizable. Hopefully that's useful to you, and you'll be using it in the future. Now we want to talk about pygame.display.flip. What the heck does this do? Well, there's also pygame.display.update, and they do the exact same thing as far as I know. Really, I don't even know the differences. I've heard there's some random increase in performance if you use one or the other sometimes, but to be honest, it doesn't matter what one you use. You can use pygame.display.flip or pygame.display.update. Whatever one works. Maybe flip makes more sense in your head, or update maybe does. I use flip because it makes more sense. I have a good way of imagining it. Like if you have a chalkboard and you flip it, it'll be a new part of the chalkboard, and then you flip it back, it'll be new again. But yeah, they do the exact same thing. Basically, what they do is whenever you're drawing, oh wow, good job, Declan, good job. I'm gonna have to send you this video and tell you to skip to this part. Hold on. Okay, so sorry about that. I think I was actually recording there at one point, which is actually kind of bad. Was I recording? Yeah, I was. Wow. That's hilarious though. You can't see it in the video because it's like on my iPad. Oh, but that's funny. That is funny. Anyway, so this basically like updates the display. Like if you're drawing something on the screen and you move it, if you don't call this, like there'll be like traces of the image left behind. Whenever you flip it, it's like updating the display. If you use Love2D, you might know what I'm talking about. Like update, like it clears the screen unless you draw it again. That's like how games work. It'll update the display for you. It'll like clear the display every frame and draw again every frame if you need to draw an image, which we will get to in the video. Right, so that's what that does. Next thing I want to talk about, surfaces. What is a surface? Well, think of a surface as a piece of paper. And in a piece of paper, you can draw on a piece of paper. You can draw images, and you can clear images on the paper, and you can do a lot of things on a surface. A surface, it's like in PyGame, a surface is an image. It's a window. And there's a lot of other things that are a surface. I will tell you what a surface is if we ever encounter one. But this is a surface, and an image is a surface. And we're going to make an image right now. So we're going to make a surface image. So we're going to say logo equals pygame.image.load. And then we want to say logo.png. And if we go into PyGame YouTube tutorials, I have an image here called channel logo. Or not channel logo, it's called logo. And this is the logo for my channel that I have. If you can't actually see it. I actually don't know how this is going to come in YouTube with the colors and stuff. But yeah. This is the image we're going to be drawing. So here we're going to say window.blit. Blitting means drawing in PyGame. Just know that, like, blitting an image is basically drawing an image onto your surface or onto your paper. Think of this as your paper, and this means I want to draw on the paper. So you're saying, hey PyGame, get the window surface, which is our window, of course, and put an image on it. So we want to say logo. Then PyGame is like, alright dude, I can do that. Now what do you want it? We're gonna say we want it at 100 by 300. PyGame is gonna be like, okay dude, no problem. Let me try that for you, and there we go. So that worked. Notice how it doesn't update this. It doesn't do that, but I'm sure there's some methods that'll do it for you. But yeah, look at this. And look at that, it clears your image away. Oh, there we go, it's back. It's back because we're updating it. Yeah, so this should make sense. Hopefully it does. So let's go over it. We import PyGame, we initialize PyGame, we do all this, and here we load in an image using pygame.image.load. This is how you load an image in PyGame. And then we say window.blit. We're blitting to the surface. In other words, we're drawing. This is like love.graphics.draw, if you've used Love 2D. And it's like, right, what surface do I draw? We want to draw the logo surface, because it's an image. Don't forget, an image is a surface. And then it takes a tuple for the position. We could, of course, do the same as what we did up here and say, like, position. If this was our player, we could say player.x and player.y, which we will probably do in the next tutorial. Yeah, then we update the display so that, like, nothing is left behind whenever we draw, and then whenever we exit the game, we quit PyGame. So, if anything didn't make sense in this tutorial, let me know. Just because I hope it makes sense, because I want to do a good PyGame tutorial on YouTube, because there aren't many finished PyGame tutorials, and I want to do one because I think PyGame is a fantastic module. And somebody that actually they said to me in the last video in the comments, they said, why would you want to use PyGame if you have to do a lot of the stuff yourself? And it's because, and I explained this, but to anybody else that was wondering, some people like to have a lot of low-level support. It's like SDL versus SFML. SFML does a lot of the stuff for you, like a lot of module stuff, whereas SDL doesn't, and you have to do a lot of it yourself, but at the end of the day, you get more control over it. You get more control over what you do with the library. So it all depends on what you want. Do you want control, low-level control, or do you just want like the high-level support? Because that'll define whether you want to use PyGame or not, whether PyGame's for you. Yeah. And one more thing before I go. On the Raspberry Pis, if you're thinking about getting one, or if you have one by any chance, Python should come on it, and so should PyGame, so just putting that out there. Well, as far as I know, they come on it by default. I'm sure you could take it off if you wanted. And there should be some like Python games on it, like a Snake Python game. But yeah. Yeah, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.